Whether you saved up $500,000, $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, or more, there's one critical thing to know and understand prior to retirement. Now, while everything ties together, you see, really knowing this one thing can help lead to the answer of a lot of questions. Do you have enough? Can you retire? How much should you take out of your accounts? When to start Social Security and your pensions? Now, I find a lot of people don't know this one thing. Why is that? Well, here's why. When you're working, you've got your company paycheck coming in. And if you're someone who lives within their means, well, guess what? At the end of the year, most likely you've got a surplus or a savings. Maybe that's savings going into your retirement savings or into a brokerage account or into an online savings account. But if you lived within your means, you've really never had a reason to understand what this one thing is and to know this one thing. So what is it? Well, what it is it's understanding what and how much your lifestyle expenses are. How much are you going to need to live and maintain your lifestyle today, but also in retirement? And then what about different activities that you want to do? What about travel? How much does all of that add up to be? And you see the importance of knowing this. And I find sometimes it's just a really tough thing to grasp, but then people really grasp it like right as they go into retirement because it finally kicks in. In retirement, you're no longer going to have that company paycheck coming in. That goes away. So we're no longer living within our means because there's no company paycheck. Now what we have to understand is what are our expenses? How much do we have going out? No, I didn't say budget. I'm just saying you need to understand how much you need, again, whether it's each and every month or each and every year to maintain the lifestyle that you want to live, plus the travel that you want to do or other activities or hobbies, whatever it is, it's going to be part of your retirement story. How much is it going to cost? Now, yes, in retirement, you're going to have Social Security or potentially a pension coming in. But as we know, those weren't necessarily meant to make up all of your retirement income. So they're not going to cover the cost of all of your retirement expenses. And at the end of the day, you're going to have what we call is a retirement income gap. So understanding your expenses, and then we can start to say, okay, well, here's roughly how much you'll have coming in for Social Security and your pension. That then's going to figure out your retirement income gap. This is how it starts to lead to the answer to a lot of questions for you, because now you can take a look at, have you saved up enough in your bucket of money, your retirement savings? But also you need to factor in, because we can't just look at these things and say, oh, there we go. Don't forget, you need to factor in taxes. You've got to factor in Medicare. And we also need to factor in some sort of inflation, the cost of goods and services going up over time as well. Figuring this out before you retire is a huge piece of figuring out the overall puzzle. A lot of times when meeting with new people and they come in that first appointment and we're talking about the retirement story that they want to create, they'll say, can I retire? Do I have enough? And my question back to them is, how much do you need to maintain your lifestyle? How much do you need to do the activities that you want to do? How much do you need to potentially travel in retirement? And it's something that they haven't had to think about before because they've always just lived within their means or lived within their paycheck. But when that company paycheck no longer is coming in, now we need to know that information. Knowing that information is going to allow us to build the income plan, the tax plan, put together the investment strategy. But more importantly to you, knowing that information in advance and planning around it means that you can put together a retirement plan that you know that when you're ready to retire, you can retire and maintain the lifestyle that you want to live. You can retire and go and travel and do the activities that you want to do. You can retire and create whatever kind of retirement story that you want to create. Not knowing that information in advance and just jumping into retirement, well, as you can see from what we've talked about today, you might have quite a bit of a surprise, especially if you haven't saved up enough. So know that information in advance, as it can lead you into retirement with a whole lot more confidence and comfortableness. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it to be of value and benefit for your retirement planning needs. If so, subscribe to our YouTube channel as we're coming out with new videos each and every week on retirement topics like Social Security, retirement income, and how to reduce the taxes on your IRAs and 401ks. Thanks, and have a great day.